Dr.
Dr.
Stone!
Stone.
Oh my god. Drones.
Now you already know
You already know.
that that we always think that it's gonna be something, but then it turns out to be something else, Fred. So what do you think?
So it's
they're
not
gonna
actually,
turn into?
it's going to be a Senku version of a drone? Like some
Yeah,
weird shit?
like what's gonna be that drone, boy?
Like a shitty RC helicopter? I don't know. No, I mean, because you're right. I mean, Senku's talented, obviously, but he's got limited resources. And in this chapter, there's a part specifically where the mentalist is talking like, here, let me find it, actually. He's like, hold up. Yeah. Okay, so the mentalist says, drones kind of waver and hover like this, though, right? They're able to float and maintain super incredible balance, which means they need something like an IC chip to take care of altitude control on the fly. And he said, oh, don't worry, I have an idea for that. That right there is our hint. That's the hint. And what we're talking about, if you don't know, is every time that it shows, like when Senku's like, we're going to make this, it shows some immaculate thing. So when he was like, we're making a car, it showed them in a goddamn sports car, and then it was the Steam Gorilla, you know? So like, there's something different. This isn't going to be like the Obama drone that goes over and bombs people. Bombs innocent civilians. God damn! I ruined my joke. I was talking about how fucked up our uses of drones are. It's political meta commentary, but I'll drone it back, if you will. But it ain't gonna be like your professional missile drone. Like, bro, what if he genuinely did just make like a full on missile drone? We're gonna bomb the fucking tree forts.
Damn.
No, but the point being, there actually is going to be something different here, and I think that's the hint, because Senku was like, oh, coo, with his little One Piece laugh. He's like, I got an idea, don't you worry.
Woo, man, that is fucking funny, bro. That shit's hilarious. Because think about it, right? Because he's just like, oh, okay, we're gonna make a drone, but it's probably like, how are you gonna make it like? Because what's great about Dr. Stone is that when he's going to make something, they always have the parts and the ingredients they need to make it, right?
Yeah, right now they're kind of like scrapping off of their already established lab because they're in kind of a tight situation where they have to hurry. They don't have all the previously gathered ingredients that they had back on their home island, et cetera, et cetera.
So I'm curious to see how that goes, man, because that's going to be fucking interesting.
Yeah, me too. Do you have any thoughts, predictions on that?
I'm gonna say, I hope the design of it is cool. Like, it's probably gonna be something, because I guess they probably could make something that could hover. So it might not be like a drone type, like this design of the drone, but it might be something similar.
Well, what we know is that they want to use it to literally grab this petrification right out of the air. Like, they show like a fucking claw machine type thing. Like, all right, and then we snatch it, right? So it's got to be at least semi-durable to hold this whatever the fuck it is. And it's got to be able to just snatch it and then, like, you know, fly away. So I'll be curious how Senku pulls it off for sure. Now, I'm very much loving the dynamic between these three girls. And yes, I include Ginryo in that that grouping. It's a great dynamic where the two women are really just taking care of business, and Ginryo's just like, what's happening?
What the fuck is happening?
Let's see here. Okay, we got a cool little classic Senku moment where he's building an electromagnet, and everyone's like, whoa, magic, which is just your classic Bill Nye the Science Guy-esque educational moment. Page 10, we get a marvelous shot of the thickness, approaching the base.
So, like, I'm gonna be honest. They're kind of blue. This, like, didn't I call this though? Didn't I call that they were gonna bring out the big guy they're gonna bring out the mastermind right away? It's gonna take them a few chapters, because I'm gonna be honest. Every chapter, some new guy is coming. I'm like, so he's the one. He's the leader. But it was like, no.
I'm pretty sure it's I guess maybe we do. I assumed it was the guy from like last chapter that was looking them over, but I guess it would make sense. Maybe the leader like chills and gets his people to pick for him.
Yeah.
See, this is one of those moments where I feel like we're being idiots. Like, someone in the comments is going to be like, duh. In page 7 of the last chapter, it was clearly stated that this guy was the number 3 in command of the harem leader. But, like, I didn't see that.
Because I mean, usually it'll be right in front of your face, right? Because technically speaking, we see him. Like in this chapter, we see it's page 10 for me on my official translation.
Yeah.
But we see his silhouette when they're walking across the bridge.
Oh. Yeah,
we see his silhouette.
I guess you're right, and he looks like a big penis mushroom.
He looks big. So when the guy on page 12, I was like, is this him? But it's like, no, he's just...
It's gonna be one of those hentai things where, like, the dude is, like, twice as big as the woman, and it's like, oh god, this would not work in real life.
Because
like the muscly guy in this chapter where she's like, oh my god, your arm is so muscly. His arm is bigger than that entire woman's body.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, so... Because we've been saying this for a long time now that, okay, he's either going to be a fat, ugly dude or he's going to be a good-looking asshole, right?
He's going to be a Orochi or he's going to be Kyoshiro.
So either or. I'm waiting for it, bro. I'm waiting for it.
Shout out to those One Piece. Just completely alienated. Anyone who's watching this without knowing about One Piece is like, what? Yeah, basically two characters from One Piece. One's an ugly, like, kind of character, and the other one's like a beautiful, conniving, like, smug motherfucker. So yeah, it's probably gonna be one of those two for sure. He does look pretty chonk, if that is supposed to be his silhouette. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does with this character. Because he could go a variety of ways with it, and obviously we've talked in previous videos about how we don't think that this guy is actually going to be like the main. It's not like this guy is the reason for the petrification thousands of years ago. Like, I get the vibe that this is merely a descendant or a cult follower of the original guy that did it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also wanted to talk about this landscape, like the little tree fortress. I'll be honest with you, first thought I had, and I'm curious if you remember as a fellow cartoon watcher, there was an episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy where they made like tree fortresses, and it reminded me of this. You feel me on that?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that episode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just immediately got that vibe, so that was cool.
Yeah, it's a very straightforward chapter, like always.
Yeah, not as much to talk about. I gotta be like, this is one of the, already in this video. I'm like, this isn't as entertaining as usual, but like of a video.
You know, we have these practice stories from time to time. I think it's gonna be fun. We can't force out good content. People happens naturally. That's why our videos do so well. So I want to talk about the island though. Look at the island itself. I'm really happy he gave us the shot. Right?
Is it the shot with Kohaku's thickness?
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
What? Go to page. It's probably 9 for you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Look at the thickness.
Yeah, I see the thickness.
What I'm saying is, this author, every time, like, he knows what he's doing. Like, every time Kohaku's shown, it's like an undershot. Like, come on now.
I'm talking about the
You're talking about the island. I'm talking about the other island that I want to bury my face in. two islands firmly planted on her backside that I just want to go.
He wants the motorboat.
Motorboat the ass, but only after it's been very cleaned. Just to clarify.
Blasphemy! You only motorboat tits. You.
I will motorboat both.
Ugh!
What do you mean? Ugh!
What a cringe. Anyway,
what? Bro, put in the comments if you want to motorboat some ass.
Which is better, the old battle? Tits or
yeah, dude. See, that's the thing. See, here's that content that I wanted, man. If I made a poll, part of me wants to make a poll, tits or ass. But
and if any of you say thighs, you're immediately bad.
Okay, I consider thighs part of ass. I'll be honest.
Do you really?
I do.
That's fair.
I don't consider it a third option because if you're separating thighs from ass, then it's thighs for me, 100%.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so going back to the island, right? So if this was One Piece, we'd have like a full-on fucking like
color spread.
This island's pretty huge, like pretty fucking huge, and it looks like a volcano. Like, it looks like one of those islands that have like a volcano under it, you know?
Bro, if there's a volcano, are they gonna go down the path of like sacrificing virgins and shit? And I don't even say that as like an edgy humor. Like they legit used to do that. So I mean, like,
Because go to it's on my official translation.
Oh my
it's
god,
page. It's page 18.
This is why we have to get shit out before Monday, because Thurman's gonna be like, "Yo, look at this Viz translation I'm reading from right now. It's free now. It's not that hard to get. You're not special."
Oh, you know I'm not gonna stop doing that. So go to that page. Like, look at it. Right, it's pretty. The design of it makes me think that there's something more to this island, right? Maybe it's like a volcano island, or like maybe there's like something, because like there's a big ass hole at the top of the thing, right? Or you can argue it's a forest, yada yada yada. So to me, this seems like one of those islands. This is gonna be like, oh, we sacrifice type shit.
Yeah, I mean, we did make the joke.
So
a couple videos ago, we did say the good old fucking dump. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it'd go that dark, but I mean, like, fuck and then sacrifice?
Yeah, I mean, if he's tired of the girl, he can just fucking...
Like, it depends on how dark they want to go. Like, alright, oof, I feel gross. You know, like, I've used you enough. I got a new batch of women coming. Just, you know, punt them into the volcano, please. It's not funny.
It's not.
It's not funny, goddammit.
It is not at all.
When is it too soon? Like, is it too soon? Too soon from thousands of years ago where this happened?
What?
I'm joking. Of course it's fucking not. People make World War II jokes.
Woo, man. It's
How much of this should I edit out?
What? No, it's
some of it I might have to edit out.
Well, shit. It's all on you, my boy.
I don't know about that drone joke earlier.
The drone.
That one might be too soon.
Why is it too soon, sir?
Because that happened last presidency.
Woo. Well, I mean, do what you gotta do, you know?
We have the womanly charms being used to distract here, and this is, I think, the most conversation to have is this. What did Kohaku see? Because the way she words, all right, you got official translation, you fucking, you know, show off your fucking official translation and tell me. What did she say on page, probably, I'm going to guess 16 for you. She said, for me, it's, I found it, that which will determine our victory, the key of science. What does it say for you?
It says, I wasn't wrong. I've never been more grateful for my keen eyesight knowledge gained from the kingdom of science. She says, I found it, the key to securing our victory, it's a key of science.
Okay, so I'm going to guess. There's two possibilities. One is that they have some sort of scientific advancement here that she immediately recognized, like, oh, Senku made something like that earlier, and then, like, maybe it's, like, something they can use to get a message back to Senku, or she's found some sort of mineral or some sort of plant, because, like, the thing with Dr. Stone is, it would not surprise me in the slightest if next chapter it was like, yup, I found this certain type of tree, and if you use this bark from this tree and you fucking pour this bullshit on it, it makes this, you know what I mean? Because that's what Dr. Stone is. So I'm going to guess it's one of those two things. Either she's seen some sort of technology that they have and she's going to use it to her advantage, or she's found some sort of chemical, mineral, plant that can help her with something. Because at the end of the chapter, we see that Senku, they've made a thing to test the motor, and the Mentalist is like, we could use this to send messages. And then he has the hit or miss, I bet you never miss, huh, situation going on. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because I would assume that she found maybe a, because they're going to have to, my thing is how they make the actual thing, so they probably found, like, another lab of some sort, you know? Like, maybe like a lab or something like that.
I don't think so. Because when his men were on their boat, they were, like, really confused by the lab shit.
Well, no, but, you know, maybe he has one person who does, other people don't. We don't really know.
A secret lab?
Yeah. I mean, think about it, right? how would they? Because it has to be. This is what we have to think about, right? For them to be able to use the petrification, it has to be something extremely simple that we're able to use. So we know it's a light, right? So, but no one in the modern day would be able to know how to, make something like that. So they have to have maybe like photons? A section or someone who knows how to utilize that. So maybe she found like the equipment, or maybe she found like where they probably store it, because we don't know if it runs out or not, if there's like more of it, can they only use it once a day? We don't really know its full limitations, besides the fact that it's a giant light that if you get hit by the light, you'll turn to stone. Right? So,
I didn't want to interrupt you during your important little monologue, but I just want to say I'd let her find my equipment. Thank you.
Wow.
You said Kohaku found some equipment. I had to. Anyway, this manga makes me horny. I'm not gonna deny it. Like the women are fucking chicks.
I'm already horny, so that's
horny. Ladies.
What?
But
lady.
No. I like what you're saying. I could see that, because you're right. Clearly most of his followers probably don't understand how the petrification ray works. I would assume it was only like a close circle of his people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, they're clearly subjugating followers by like, yes, I have the godly power of this godly ray of godliness. So I imagine that, that would make sense if they had like a place to either create. I don't know if, I don't know if you said this earlier, but who knows if this has unlimited charges, if they have to bring it back to somewhere to recharge whatever the fuck it is, if they have to do something to add more quote-unquote ammunition to the petrification ray. I don't know how it works. But if there's anything that they have to do to either make more of it or recharge it or return it to its original state, I suppose they would have to have a secret room. So that is certainly a possibility. But I think my other two ideas are also up there as well. So... yeah, final thoughts for you.
That's about it. My only prediction is we're gonna see, because things are going a little bit too well right now. So I'm assuming maybe someone's gonna get caught next chapter. I'm gonna assume that. I'm also going to assume that someone's gonna get caught, or we're gonna hope. Well, probably not. Maybe. But we might see the mastermind behind this. We're also gonna probably see them complete the drone, and so I think that's all my predictions for next chapter.
I think something unexpected will happen, at least slightly. I agree with you there. I want to see more Ginryu. Or is it Ginryu? Ginryo? How do you pronounce it?
Ginru, I believe.
Sure. I want to see more of his shenanigans. I really want to see a Cloud Final Fantasy VII scenario where the harem leader is like, you are the most beautiful. I would love to bed with you tonight. Very badly want to see that.
Yep.
That was me pausing for you to laugh, fuckface. Is that not how... Bro, would that not be so funny? Think about that for a second. Come on, bro. You're not on your game, Thurman. You're not on your game.
What are you saying?
Where's your game right now? This is rules of improv. If someone creates silence, you fill the silence. That's how I operate in these videos. It's an improv. It's an improv thing we do.
Improvisation.
Sure. So Ginryu walks in to the harem leader's abode. Harem leader unsheaths his massive 12-inch horse cock. It goes on the table, and he's like, "All right, Ginryu, do your thing."
Oh, but Ginryu got to take one for the team, bro.
There it is.
One for the team.
Kohaku gives him the earring, and she's like, "Don't worry, I'll tell you how girls have sex from over here."
Bro, they're like, her and the other girl are like, "Listen, Ginryu, we have to sneak around. You just take one for the team, fuck up your ass, just sit on it. We'll be right back,
bro.
Don't worry. We'll stop. We'll break it and save you before he sticks it in. You'll be fine."
Take one for the team. Just give him oral, okay? Just if you, I know from being a woman long enough, a lot of guys will just fall asleep after you give them a blowjob.
It's fine.
That is funny. All right.
That is hilarious.
Good
And
job.
with that,
See, that's how you do it, Thurman. That's how you bring the chaos. And with that, peace.
peace.